Good morning, good morning, good morning. Man, what a day. Last week, last couple weeks. Good morning, good morning. You come in the room, please hit the like button. Please give me some hearts. This is where I come to clear my mind, clear my head, get ready for the week. Well, I'm gonna get some thoughts off. If you come in the room, if you decide to go back and check this live, you would kind of know why I'm out here. But this is a message because sometimes I don't always want to do a video and edit, but this is a message for anybody that's starting something new, whether it's content creation or a business, a job, um, a new chapter in life. This message is for you. And if you part of the stick to it family, I mean, when them times is chilling your day and you bored and you kind of want to watch something and that's not all toxic or too entertaining, tune in, rewatch it. I definitely appreciate it. But this message is for those, like I said, that are starting something new, that whether it's content, whether it's a job, a new chapter in your life. um, I want to kind of share some things where it may be beneficial to you, but along my process, there's a lot of things that I have going on right now, and it's a lot of it is new. As you know, a new content creator. um, I haven't recently, but I uprooted my life. I had to make some changes, and I moved without knowing. And moving anywhere, whether that be in a video, on a job, in a relationship, in yourself, moving. I think a lot of people are scared to move because they don't know where they're moving to. They have the feeling, they have the insides telling them, hey, it's time for a change. This is no longer serving me. And sometimes you want to move to help other people, and you really don't know who to help or how to help, but you have a helping spirit. So again, I just encourage you to do it because you have to trust in a higher being. Trusting in self, whether God lives in you, whether it's through nature, whatever it is, you have to have something that you're or you have to have an entity, I guess you can say, something that you can trust. And some people believe in alignment with the chakras, and it's all kind of things out there. But again, you have to believe in something, believe in better, believe in it changing, believing in it growing. You plant a seed, you hope that it grows, you pay attention. So I think a lot of times people are scared to to move because they don't know where their destination lies, but they know it's something better. They know it's something that can help. It can heal. It can be helpful, like I say, to somebody else. So a lot of the moves that I made in my life, I didn't know the destination, but I knew I wanted something better. Even if it was just me failing again, I failed so much that failure don't even really scare me now because in my 40 something years in life, I'm here in perfect health. I'm here in my right mind, and I'm very thankful for that, you know. And some of the moves that I made, I failed. Majority of the move, I'm not gonna say majority because I learned a lesson out of it. So, you know, if you stuck in a place and you scared because of failure, you're gonna learn from it, whether you fail or not. You know, I'd rather pass on to another life with no regrets. I don't want to pass on in life to be like, oh, I wish I would have did this or I should have tried this. Well, maybe if I would have done this. No, life is about learning. Life is about growing. Life isn't dead. And if you're in a dead space, then it's time to wake up. It's time to repot yourself. You know, like I said in my last video, the fish. Time to put yourself in a bigger tank. And you're not when you're making that first move, you're not gonna exceed right away. And there's a possibility that you might. But at the same time, when you're in that unfamiliar area or territory or newness chapter, whatever it is, you're going to be alert. You're going to look around. You're going to be more attentive to the things that's going on around you. You know, because you don't want to fail. Don't nobody want to fail, but along that journey, you will definitely learn as you go. And some people, you know, I talk about motivation and healing and my past is my past, y'all. I'm just delivering the message because I know it's people out there. I talk to them on a daily. You know, social media, just you hear it, but people are scared. People are scared to move. People are scared to change. They got too much invested. Why am I going to, you know, do this and I got X, Y? That's all tangible stuff. But if you know you dead on the inside, like you gotta move, you know. And if this message doesn't pertain to you, just send me a heart and keep on moving, you know. But I know where I was, I know where I'm at, and this journey that I'm doing now, I don't know the destination. You know, just week to week thinking about how I can help somebody, send some motivation, encouragement to keep going, you know. And uh, with that being said, I definitely want to shout out to everybody that has been supportive. I probably have missed you on a shout out, but those that follow me, those that are new, even if people is on this live right now, you know, check my comments out, check the people that I follow. Those are some genuine people. Those are the people that's actually pushing me. So when you start your chapter or change, or you know, whether you got to get rid of all your friends because they don't support you, or they're not pushing you, or they're not on the same thing that you're on, you're gonna find some new people. And what I've come to realize just in this YouTube space, man, there's some dope people out there. You got some people that still gonna try to shiest you. You still gonna try to, you know, copy you. Still gonna try to do this, that, and the third. But again, be authentic, man. Be genuine. You know, we got a lot of AI stuff out here where, you know, a lot of things is being done for people. And you know, growing up without internet to being here with internet, you can use it to your advantage, but don't lose yourself in the midst. And just for me speaking as an analogy with YouTube, I don't know, like right now, I don't know how this video gonna turn out. I don't know how my audio is, but what I do know is that being a creator is teaching me to push through no matter what. Whether if it's on your job, push through no matter what. You got good days, you got bad days. But along your journey, if you're walking in something new, you're not gonna have all the answers. I I never move with having all the answers, but I move with that gut, that keep going, that I'm determined that I'm not gonna give up. Give up for what? Give up for what? Just to say I tried and then I gave up? No. I'd rather for something to let me know, hey, this ain't it. And just like even with YouTube, they say most people not gonna make it. Make it where? Make it where? Because you're looking at the final end goal. You get a lot of these big gurus and these people that got millions and millions of views and followers, and they y'all listen. I'm gonna tell y'all something that I do, and this can apply to your life. This can apply to your job. This can apply to your friends. This can apply to your spiritual creator. This can apply with anything, and I've done this and didn't even realize that I was doing it. I trust and believe in God, and with him, I'm not worried. I'm definitely not worried, because if I don't hit the stars, at least I'll still be in the clouds. I won't be on the ground. You know what I mean? So when you shoot for something higher, even if you don't hit that goal, let's just say you shoot for past the sky, you're gonna fall where the stars is. But you better off than where you started. That's why I say it's no failure when you're trying. There's lessons. You learn how to navigate. But again, this what I want to share is something that I didn't even realize that I was doing. But back when CDs was out, I was I was we had the R&B, the rock, the rap, all of that. And I used to notice like points in my childhood growing up through teen age years and so on and so forth. I used to get rid of all my music, especially the music that had me feeling like I wanted to fight. Made me more. I guess I should say lustful. It just changed my spirit, and I had to listen to that. And I would throw everything away. And we knew CDs back then; it wasn't cheap, so it was like a reset. And I started to get into the gospel. If you getting rid of old friends because they don't, what I'm saying, fit you because of X, Y, and Z, get rid of them and then start to build something new. Start to build different type of friends. I think at some point in life, we all need to do a reset. And every week I'm learning that a reset is healthy. It doesn't mean that, oh, I didn't get it and why can't I never just keep going? No, you need the reset. Even athletes need a reset. So just keep going in whatever it is that you're doing. Men, I guess my analytics is, pointing me towards the men, and that's where I'm gonna sit. That's where outside of YouTube is what I surround myself with. I had barbershop talk the other day, and it's the same topics. Mental health plays a big factor in life, y'all. And if y'all don't know where y'all at, if y'all don't do y'all resets, that job is gonna piss you off. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna want to walk off. Your friends, you're gonna want to cuss them out. Your relationships, you're gonna want to do X, Y, and Z. Again, y'all gotta reset. I had a tough week. I had videos that I was gonna upload that was perfect. And I decided to change it. Why? It was for my personal reasons. I didn't want to bore you guys because we all know that it's 8 seconds to a person's attention on YouTube. So I fought and wrestled with that, and it was like these folks ain't finna tune in to this healing. But instead of me feeling like I failed in that area because I had been promoting it and talking about it, and some people had been waiting for it, I kind of felt like I failed, but I just tried a different way. I uploaded the video. If y'all decide to check it out, that's cool. If not, that's cool. But at the end of the day, when you're trying something new, just because it doesn't go as you see fit does not mean that you failed. It does not. There's a lesson to be learned. And when you take that lesson, if you decide to stay in it, there's going to be another lesson on top of another lesson on top of another lesson. So can you really say that you failed, or you just decided to sit in that thing and grow? I'm not doing this again to be viral, but my message has to correlate with when I'm off YouTube. Sometimes I'm not gonna bring a camera out here and sit and let you guys in. But again, I'm not gonna do a video all the time and edit and upload and this and that. So I'm doing live. Can I put my shirts up there? Yes. Can I do other things? Yes. But again, motivation is not easy to dig up. You know, a lot of that stuff comes from resetting. If I want to get better in free throws when I'm off the court, I got to get back on when nobody's around and keep shooting. If I want to get smarter in tech when I'm not in a class or in a course, when I'm doing me, I have to keep doing that thing. So whatever it is in a relationship, you know, you have to talk, you have to open up, you have to be real with yourself. So, you know, this is what I'm doing. You know, I gotta go to work in a few hours. You know, everybody sleep. My son just flew into town. You know, that was another thing. So it's like you're getting pulled in every direction. And I have at least 4 to 5 new avenues that I'm taking on right now as we speak. Can I say that I'm successful in all of those areas? That's depending on what you measure your success to. Because me, I'm just thankful to be here another day, to be able to come out here and reset my mind, listen to what it is that or where I need to go. It ain't just about YouTube and social media, being a influencer or whatever, you know, whatever it is that you want to be. But again, it's all about keep going, keep trying, reset your mind. And I think a lot of times when I failed in my past or I learned the hard way is because I didn't know how to reset my mind. I kept thinking negative. You know, I kept thinking, like, even just coming here, oh, I left my chair, didn't realize I had an extra chair in my car. Oh, I didn't have this. You know, it's geese out here where I may sit, maybe all these excuses, all these thoughts that's running through my mind. Either you gonna like it or you gonna love it. That's it. It is what it is. You know, I think like scrolling through, you know, my history and just things that I've searched on YouTube, I wanted to share this with you. Um, Learn how to erase your history to a degree that you have room to make new. And if you're not positioning yourself in the lane to where you're learning, then you're wasting time. And there's something that I do with my YouTube history. I erase my history. I don't erase my subscribers, but I erase my history so I can, whatever it is that I'm trying to do or learn, I start searching that. Once I'm fulfilled in that, I've noticed that then I'll start to, you put in Puff Daddy or you put in Remy Ma or you put in this, they gonna start feeding that to you. So whatever you don't want to be fed, don't look at it. Don't eat it. Erase your history. Reset. That's what I call the reset. Not erasing like your history in life, but reset. Get rid of all of that. And, you know, search for what it is that you want. When you keep looking forward, you don't have time to be distracted, to look down and fall off and this, that, because it's so easy in this world to get distracted. If it's not your mind, it's what you see. And we know, believe half of what you see and twice is what you hear. So again, reset, y'all. Reset. You know, we're not in a race to get big on social media. We're not in a race to get that promotion, but just be yourself. Believe. And when it's your time, it's gonna be your time. You know, I worked hard for that video that I put up. If y'all see what I had to go through and timing and taking care of a 2-year-old and it's nap time and this is the only quiet time and I pushed. But y'all don't see that. Wake up to get one view, that don't even bother me no more because I knew that I hit my mark, I hit my goal, and I'm satisfied with it. So instead of letting it get to me, where did I come? I came out here. I got to my reset place. Like, again, I'm not going to always show it, but this is a spot for me. Find a spot for you, whether it's sitting in your car before you go in the house, you know, stopping to get some lunch to yourself, you know, just being in a quiet space. But I think those that are in the room, I believe it's Manifestation. She has a channel where she's showing her growth and her development. And hopefully, I do want to do some work with her. So I think she's still in the room, but or in the live. But adversity, everybody got them. It may not be through drugs. It may not be through shopping. It may not be through whatever category you decide that problem lies in. We all got them. And I put up a short the other day. Suppressed anger, it doesn't go away. It just relocates. But everybody got it. Everybody got it together. Everybody is showing this perfect world that they in. No, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Too many people I meet on a day to day. And if you sit down long enough and talk with them, you'll find out. But how do we get better together? It's not through a background that's bright. It's not through a house that's super clean. It's not with a pretty bright smile saying, try this. How to? You can do this just like me. No, show who you are. That's what I believe. Show who you are. Let those that can learn from you learn from you. Your creator is going to provide everything that you need. I don't want to get on YouTube and be sold a million things. I don't want to be told on YouTube that is your views not growing because of this. I don't want to be. I'm who I am. I'm where I'm at. I be where I be. But again, I think she's still in here. Manifestation. You know, I love your channel. You know, most people can't be transparent, and that's what bothers me, because we have a generation that's growing up looking at this stuff, and the machine knows how to keep your attention. So when we're not around our kids, what are they doing? They growing that arch in their back. Why? Because they looking down at the phones. They looking down. I'm not saying this is for everybody. Put your kid in some sports, talk with them, but let them know everything they see is not real. And it's another way to get discouraged, another way to get distracted. They need a reset as well. See, she even said it. All her friends is such a blessing. But we worried about the likes, the views, and the followers. No, I'd rather have 10 genuine, loyal people than 1,000. Any day. Any day. Because they decided to reach out. They decided to leave a comment. When I'm at work, if it means that I got nobody that I'm cool with, that I can kick it with, I'd rather work by myself, because I know self is not gonna let me down. If I'm in a relationship, or if I've been in previous relationships and they not working, then maybe it's me. It's gonna always resort back to you, no matter what it is that you do, whether it's how you think, how you act, how you believe, and how you keep showing up. There's always room for improvement. I don't care if you feel like you know it all. You done been through this, you done been through that. You got this house, this condo, this car, this job, these investments. It's always room to grow, because when it gets stripped, if it gets stripped, what you gonna do? What's your identity? We're not put here in the world to just really gain. This life is not about gaining. It's about helping somebody else get through. A plant, a tree, just take a tree. Got a tree that's fully grown. You drop a seed in the ground, that same tree. That tree not gonna say, "Hey, how you doing? This is, what you need to grow." No, that seed gonna have to figure it out. And who knows, that seed can grow bigger than that tree, then suffocate that tree, and that tree die off. But it's all about life and growing. That's what it's really about, y'all. It's not about showing the world what you gained or what you attained, unless it's helpful, unless it's beneficial to the next person. And please don't sell me nothing. I rather, if you sell me something, I'd rather you check in with me. Hey, how you doing? How's it going? Everybody's out here to get rich. Everybody's out here to throw what they got in the next person's face. So again, reset your history. You got too much distraction on YouTube, reset it. Because guess what happens when you reset that history? Nothing shows up. It says, put in this for your search history. Just like life. When you reset, what shows up? Nothing. But the ones that's genuine, the ones that's following you, that's rocking with you, all you got to do is go to your subscriptions, tap on one of the videos, and all the feeds gonna come back up. The people that's in your corner, the people that you support. You know, life is tricky, y'all. Life is tricky. But they say the best things in life is free. And if peace is free, why is it so hard to find? But again, just it looks like it's I think it's four people in here. But I just want to tell y'all, man, keep going, man. Mr. Stick to it. Like I say, anybody that I know that's going through, I'm here to help. If you need me, say, hey, I just need some encouragement, or if I haven't seen you around in a while, I'm gonna check in with you. Like, man, where that person been? I haven't seen nothing. Let me check and see if she okay. He okay. I want to get across the finish line with all of y'all. Sometimes peace and quiet is the best thing for the soul. Sometimes it's gonna show you what you did wrong. Sometimes it's gonna tell you that it's gonna be okay. They say um, once you become unalived, or once you pass on to the next life, they say the average person would have wasted 20 years of scrolling. 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 That means that scrolling ain't going nowhere. Hmm. Went over their head. Scrolling ain't going nowhere. Social media gonna be around. It ain't going nowhere. We're in a new day and a new age. But 20 years of wasted time, I want 20 years to be in peace and quiet if I could, if it could happen. But 20 years, what were you scrolling? What were you watching? What were you taking in? Were you taking in such and such cheated on this person? Such and such did this. Look at this fight. Such and such. Oh, look at my day. All the X-rated content we got out here. All these. Let me show my back end to get the views. Let me show my shirt off and how I do my diet and all that crap, man. That's crap. That's crap. 20 years of scrolling. I'm gonna make a shirt. What are you scrolling? 20 years of wasted time. I had to fit 3 videos within like 2 hours under pressure. And it wasn't for me, it was for the message that I put out there. But 20 years of just scrolling. They call it doom scrolling. Just scrolling through your phone. Keeping that phone by your bedside is the worst thing you can do. Waking up, grabbing that phone, worst thing you can do. Wasted time. See, I understand. I definitely understand manifestation if I'm saying it right. But peace, man, listen, the color patterns is a distraction. The doom scrolling, boy, if y'all do some research on that and what gets your attention is all because how colors are placed, all because what sticks out. Now, if it stick out for a good reason to get your attention and it's feeding something for you and you're able to learn from it, cool. But all that other stuff, y'all will know if it's for you or not. But everything is like strategically placed for either good or bad. But I definitely appreciate the 4 people that have definitely stopped through. Definitely. But again, this message is it's for a reset, racial history, start new each week, each day, keep going. And only you know why you're doing it. So if you only get one view, one one good job on your job from a coworker or a boss or relationship, whatever it is, if you only get that one thing, that's enough. That's enough. Remember why you're doing it though. Taking care of your family, having someone's back because you would want the same, you know, just remember why. But I do encourage everyone to do a reset. And in that reset, you might find some things that you need to learn from. Because sharing my healing journey is going to go from anger to forgiveness to love to all of that. And in the midst of that, the first message is talking about growing up being silenced. And my thumbnail, that's my 2-year-old son. And I had to relearn some stuff in the midst of me sharing. That's another thing I want to talk about. When you motivate people, a lot of times you get tested right after. I've heard uh, Tabitha Brown say it. I've heard what's her name? Oh, tip of my tongue. She played in Hustle and Flow. Taraji Pent. Taraji. Y'all know who I'm talking about. A lot of people have been saying it. When you give encouragement, oh baby, you got this, and times may get hard and keep going and this and that, you get tested right after. So again, it's easy to say, but it's hard to do. And I know it's hard. So when you out there encouraging people, at least for me, sometimes when I'm out there, giving advice, I have to take my same advice. It's like I be talking to myself in third person. So again, as I went back in my journey or through my lifestyle, talking about being silenced as I grew up and things that have happened to me, I'm gonna be honest, I'm dealing with that right now with my 2-year-old. Like, wait, man, how you going? I had to check myself. See, some people just think that when they see a person that say they got it together and keep going, that when they get off this camera or get off whatever they doing, that their life is great. They needed to be encouraged too. They had to get it from somewhere. And you're going to face those challenges because life it keeps going. Growth keeps going. And then eventually, you'll pass on. but I had to kind of check some things in my journey right now. But yeah, man, like even just listening to the radio, just listening to things that does not uplift you, encourage you, motivate you, get rid of it. Get rid of it. It's not too many people that's gonna hold you down, and who can do it better than yourself? But self have to be accountable to self. The closest one to you may be just watching for you to fail, but they watching. And if you get no applause, no good job, if you listening to this right now, share what it is that you've done, that you've overcome. And I'm gonna celebrate it with you. I'm glad that you made it this far. Cause it's not easy. It's not easy. It's days where I still want to cry. Crying is good. Crying is good for the soul. But I just don't want this next generation that's up under us to grow up believing that everything is this way, because it's not. Thank you, manifestation. Thank you. I'll be visiting you soon. Definitely. But again, y'all, this is where I come. Worst days. Woo wee. Woo. Crying. Crying under the influence. Do y'all really know what that's like? That one thing that got you high is the one thing that want to like body slam you through the ground. That does no longer fulfill that need, whether it's shopping, whether it's fighting, whatever that addiction, man, please. People don't know when the lights go off and you by yourself, you got two things. Either you're gonna listen to that voice or you're gonna have them restless nights. Hmm. We did. We survived our worst days. Because the days that I have now that's worse, I know that it's gonna be all right, no matter what. See, here we go. Then I'll be trying to. Then something gonna happen when I get off this live. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna share it with you. I'm not gonna hide from nothing that I go through. But it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. So when you find out that it was okay, and you look back, you can say, "Well, man, I wasted all that time worrying." Worrying is the one of the biggest things you need not to do because it's gonna drive you crazy. Either it is or it ain't. But somebody out there will give you grace and mercy. And I know God is my everything. Jesus Christ, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Because I know, I'm not putting this on anybody else, but I know what He's done for me. Mm-mm. I'm about to get me to cry today. Mm-mm. But it's going to be okay. Hmm. Well, y'all, manifestation. I'm gonna be checking some of your videos out, and hopefully, I wouldn't mind talking with you. You know, we can do a live. Um, Definitely. It's just that's my story. That's your story. Everybody, it's not for everybody, but that era in life that we both overcame. not knowing if you was gonna be okay. If y'all made it through this live, I thank y'all again. I'm not ready to be that vulnerable on the mic just yet, but thank y'all again. Be better than yesterday and make today count. Forget about what ain't and think about what is. You have another chance to get it right. God, your creator, you're going to get everything that you deserve, everything that you need. But you got to want the right things in life. You got to pray for the right things. And mine's is making it back home every day. I drive for a living with eight 8,600 gallons of gas every day. Days I'm tired, days where whew, being a truck driver is not easy. I just want to say that I risk my life every day for the next man. Why not risk it for somebody that I love? And anybody that's in my corner, I love y'all. Anything that I can do for y'all, let me know. I'm going to share a quick thing with y'all. Kind of felt it was coming, but quick thing with y'all. There was a guy, Steve_creates. We were sharing stuff on TikTok and he wanted, or we were talking about designs and stuff and talking about printers, and he was missing a stick. I don't know this guy from Adam and Eve. He was talking about a memory stick that goes into the computer that uploads the software. He didn't, I didn't know him other than just, hey, that's a nice piece of artwork. He said, I can't get back into printing because I don't have that memory stick. Instantly in my heart, I said, I'm gonna get that man that memory stick. I said, what can I do? This is just an example of me looking out for the people that's around me that need help. Because I know God gonna supply all my needs. It ain't about me and that if I have it or not. But I was gonna give him the memory stick. So when he told me, I said, well, first, go look on Facebook, get in one of them groups. You'll find out what you need. Let me know. In my heart, he didn't know I was gonna get it for him, and I was. Because I had the same kind of situation. But moral of the story, he came back to me. He said, man, thank you for pointing me in the right direction. I got my memory stick. If y'all don't believe me, go on TikTok, Steve_creates. He did a video with him getting it in the mail. But just knowing that that was placed in my heart to help the next person. If I got it, it's cool. Whether it's encouragement, another push, whatever it is. Do y'all know this, man? I've uploaded 4 shirts on my website. Hadn't had time to really put my stuff up there. He went in, supported me. I don't want followers that just following me. I want a community where we can grow together. Give me some tips, I give you some tips. But I can go on and on, y'all. Thank y'all again. Manifestation. I couldn't see all the other people that tuned in, but it's time to get to work. I want y'all to have a blessed day. Thanks for tuning in. And gotta keep going, right? Love y'all. Be safe.